G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here with a 7 Days to Die build video. So this is the first of a small series on sort of starter bases for 7 Days to Die. This one is the quick and dirty base. So let's jump in and have a look at it. Right, so this base build is called the Quick and Dirty build because we're using this pre-existing building. This building is absolutely wonderful to use as a base. This can be used as a temporary overnight base, or you can use it as your starting base, and you should be able to survive at least a couple of blood moons with this base. I don't know if there are going to be any Zeds in here. It's more than likely that the base is locked. We're just going to pick up any of these chairs around here. Any signs of zombies outside? No, which is good. I actually was incredibly fortunate with this start. I literally started just up there. Why are there arrows floating in the air here? That's bizarre. I haven't shot any arrows yet. Okay. Yes, the game started me just over there. So you can see it's 11:30 a.m. on day one. So I was incredibly lucky to get to do this base as quickly as I did. Okay, as expected, that door is locked. Oh, there is a zombie. Damn it. Come here, you. Notice how far he jumped just then? That is important for this build because we do not want them jumping into our base. I'm going to take that into account. Okay. 1 Z down. It's quite likely that this upstairs is locked as well. Yes, it is. That's pretty normal. What's the random doing with... God, it's not... I'm not overly happy with the random... I'm going to go through... Oh, that's going to put me right in the middle of the stairs. I might go through here. Yes, that's my way in. Let's just do this. I'm being strategic about where I'm entering this building because any way that I break in is a way that the Zeds can get in later as well. So we're going to have to block that up later. So I'm also going to take out this door and we're going to have to replace it. I could have just come in that way. Probably should have. But it was quicker to do the other one. Quicker to go in through the window. And I really should have scouted the building first and made sure there were no other zombies downstairs. Let's block this off right now. Oh, 7. And... no. There we go. So that will open inwards, which is exactly what we want. We don't need to fortify this door at this point in time. Okay? Now, as you can see, that's locked. Oh, you can't. That's locked. Well, we saw that before. That's locked. And that's locked. Are there liable to be zombies in here? Well, we're so close to the starting point that... no, there aren't. So we are lucky. Actually, I'm going to leave that door alone. So I took out this door just to confirm that there was no zombies in there. I can hear one outside. And I'm going to let him smash away at that while I start tearing down this stairs. Now you want all of this stairs gone because you don't want anything for them to jump on. You might think you could just take, say, the first 2 levels down. I'm keeping an ear in the background for smashing, and when I hear the smashing stop, I know that he's got through it. So you don't want to leave, like, you don't want to take just this amount of the stairway down, because as soon as I do, it gives the zombies something to climb up where they can then start attacking. How are you doing there? Yeah, you're still taking your time. That's good. So we're going to completely get rid of this. I'm actually just leaving that zombie out there to do my work for me. I'm going to have to break down that door at some point, because I've got to get out now. I'm stuck in here. I could build up, but I don't want to leave anything for him. Yeah, I'm going to be able to get this done before he gets here. Here he comes. Try and get a couple of hits while he's down. And we're done. We're good. Okay. Right, so, look, loot to your heart's content. There is loot in here. There'll be loot in there. I don't care about any of this at the moment. We got a little bit of wood out of that. I started with 20 wood. I don't need a lot for this. Now, we don't care about the bottom level. And in fact, if you're really going to set this up properly, destroy all the furniture in here. So just this is once you open up this box, there's another box or there's a cabinet inside, a kitchen cabinet, which might have stuff in it. But destroy the kitchen cabinet. Destroy all of this. So destroy the toilet, destroy those lockers, destroy that, destroy the bin, destroy this, and destroy that, and destroy that, because you don't want the zombies to be able to climb up on something and attack what is the ceiling here, but what is your floor down there. So if you're going to stay here long term, do all of that. Now, I don't know why these 2 blocks even exist here. They're not required structurally. Maybe in an earlier version of the game, structurally it needed it for that balcony and those stairs to work, but we don't need them and we don't want them. So what makes this building so good and so defensible is that you can isolate the upper floor. We've already started to do that by removing the internal stairs. All right, just gonna pick those up, and let's scrap those so that we get a little bit more wood, because we are going to need a little bit of wood here to do some things. So let's pick up those chairs as well, and we'll scrap them too. Okay, how are we going to block this area off so that the zombies don't come and get us? My recommendation is wooden bars, because that allows us to then shoot down at the zombies downstairs. So we need 8 of those, I think. Let's put them on the bar. 7, and what we need to do then is go R and go to the advanced so that we can cycle through. And personally, I don't know why, but I prefer the bars to be running this way. And that. So now we can walk on that and we can shoot down in there to any zombies that we see. Ideally, you can replace the entire floor in here with bars if you've got the time. But as you can see, as a real quick and dirty to get this place defensible in a hurry, that's good. Now, what we're going to do here is what makes this base really good is A, you can isolate the top level, and B, perfectly set up stairs to put in my little patent pending wooden hatch drawbridges here across those two squares. But to make that work, we need to get rid of some of this balcony over here because the zombies could come through that. So you don't have to go hugely far back, but I want to go at least to where the bottom of the stairs are. So you need to come back at least 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to take it. I think that's 4. It might be 5. If it is, it's fine. A little bit of overkill never hurt anybody. This will just stop the zombies from using those stairs there to jump up onto this balcony and be on our upper level and defeating our little wooden hatch drawbridge. This is all pretty strong. You don't need to worry that this is going to fall down. If you want the wood, you can take out this railing, but if you ignore it, it will just fall off eventually. And all of the wood that we're reclaiming from this, we can, of course, use to craft the other couple of items that we're going to need. There we go. Got a zombie over there being a pain in the butt, but we're going to ignore him for now. This one here is going to go. Right. Ultimately, if you're planning on staying in this base long term, what would I do? Get rid of the entire balcony around that side, the back, and that side. I would leave the balcony here, probably to about here, and get rid of the rest of the balcony over that way and around the other side. You also want to consider the roof. I have played around in another playthrough where I actually started demolishing most of the roof. There's a lot of wood in there that you can use. And I took out the glass windows that they've got horizontal glass windows up in the roof that are being used. Creates a nice little skylight sort of feel. Wonderful, but not as defensive as wooden bars. So I replaced that with wooden bars, but you're not really expecting zombies to be able to get up onto your base. So long term, get rid of the balcony. Also, get rid of all of the walls except for the corner posts and replace them with bars as well so that you can shoot out at any zombies that are approaching. The biggest problem you've got with this base is if you're trying to survive a blood moon, you have absolutely no way to attack with range weapons the zombies as they approach. Okay. So we got rid of that bit of balcony over there, which is good. We're just going to get rid of 2 blocks of railing here. Actually, we'll leave that post. It might fall down itself. I don't know. Now, to make this work, we're going to need 4... Where are we? We're going to need 4 wooden hatches and 4 ladders. There we go. And I might come around this side first. So I'm going to take out these 2 far blocks first. Damn it, there's a zombie sneaking up on me. Where is he? He's there. If we're quick, we might even be able to show this working, but I doubt it. Damn it. Missed. Go, and 1 or 2 more hits. Ooh, why did that not kill him? There we go. Okie dokie, so. Oops, that's right, that needed repair, didn't it? 7. Okay, you put your 2 ladders on like that. And then you put your hatches on. Now, that is actually the way I want this. I tend to want to put these so that the hatches open towards each of the landings. So if I open that now, it opens out that way. I don't want to open in towards, because this is going to be the middle. You'll see in a second. So let's close those down. I can stand here now, and I can take out these 2 spots. There we go, and yep, that falls off and breaks as expected. There we go. Ladder, ladder, and turn that one around so the hinges are away. So now that opens that way and that opens that way. It just feels like it gives a little bit more. I could have put the hinges along this edge and along that edge so that they opened out that way. But I like it this way. So now, there you go. Your base is blocked off. The zombies don't see those hatches apparently, so they will try and walk through there. And in fact, I can't walk forward at the moment, so they will then jump and they'll get stuck here, but they can't get out. If they jump like I just did then, they fall through. Got an arrow down here to pick up. There we go. If I'm coming up this way, you know, any way that I try and get through here, I just either fall straight through or I get caught by the ladder, and no matter which way I try and move on the ladder, I can't go anywhere. So when you come up to your base, you simply go E, E, walk through. You only have to walk through one of them and go E, E, and you are safe. And because there's no balcony over there, they can't jump up onto a bit of balcony and bypass or go around the back or anything like that. So that is done. This base, that's the window that I was talking about there. I remove all of that. I remove it all down to this level here, and then I put bars in the middle of all that, and you can reclaim all of that wood. Replace all of the walls except for the corner posts with bars so that you can shoot out, because at the moment I have limited ability to shoot out at an approaching horde and thin their numbers before they get to the base. And that's very important with this base, because your most vulnerable part is the fact that all of those walls that run around the outer edge need to be protected. They are made of stone. If the Zeds destroy that, enough of that, the whole base will fall down. Right? What else do I do on this base? Well, you know, clean up, loot. For right now, I need to replace this window here, so I might as well just use the wooden bars here. You can see, like, I haven't used a lot of wood. As I said, I started with 20 wood. I've got, you know, essentially 60 now. But as I pull apart the rest of this base, and replace it with things like bars. And as I take out the things like this that I don't need, this railing, destroy this table if I don't want it, I'd keep any of the sinks that are still around. You can put storage in there. So look, we've got fridge. Depends on the random numbers, but this fridge is usable. Sometimes it isn't. There's some old cans in there. Smash it in there. The other thing that I do is I put my campfire up on the wall oven. It just raises it up off the ground. It's nice and handy, but you've got a little bit of storage here. So how do I rate this as a long... Well, first of all, you can see that it's now 6 p.m. It's taken 7 hours of game time, but if you look at this, it's, 20 minutes of real time to get this to a point where I can survive the night in here. The zombies cannot get to me. The only possible way any zombie can get to me, a spider zombie may be able to climb up that wall and get onto that balcony. But if I was to take the extra time to remove the rest of that balcony, then there is no way for a zombie to get up to me and attack. At the moment, as I said, you've got some furniture downstairs which they might be able to climb on and attack what is your floor, so be careful. But as a quick and dirty base, if it's getting late in the day and you're out in the middle of nowhere and you see this house, it is a perfect base that in very minimal time you can protect yourself from. Quite frankly, if I had priorities, I would take out the 4 blocks here and maybe just a couple more here, which reduces the amount of time, and then I would come in here and I would just block off that so that they can't get up the stairs in here. Don't bother destroying the stairs, just block it off. And then you can spend the night, if the zombies do come in and attack and try and destroy this, you can spend the night reinforcing this, and if they break through, you've got one little area that they can be coming at you from that you can defend. But I wouldn't do that for a zombie horde. That would only just be of a regular night when you've been out and about and you need some protection from the Zeds as they are, attacking of a night time. So, yeah, what do I rate this base? Out of 10, I probably give it a 6. And that's purely because, look, if I spend the time to replace all the walls with bars and get rid of the walkway all the way round there and replace all of the floor with wooden bars, then I have a good opportunity to attack the Zeds as they approach my base and try and protect my base as much as possible. But ultimately, the walls downstairs are a liability. If enough zombies attack at once and they all get close enough to start attacking those walls, there is a good chance that they can collapse this entire building by destroying enough of the walls. So if you're going to use this as a long-term base, you're going to have to spend your time fortifying those as much as possible, putting out traps around them to try and slow the zombies down as they approach, and after every morning going and reinforcing and repairing as much of the walls as possible to make this a valid long-term base. So that's where it lets you down. It could be knocked down by the zombies if enough of them attack at once and you can't keep up with repairs, because you can't get down there to repair during an attack because you're isolated up here. So your only option is to ride it out while they're attacking and hope that the walls last long enough for you to survive the night, and then rally in the morning and kill off the remaining zombies and repair everything. So in the rest of this series, I'm going to show some more defensible bases than this one that rate a little bit higher. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a like and share it with your friends. Be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with all of the latest episodes, and I will see you for the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.